With the hype so high and the inventory so low, I had no other choice but to pay resale, but honestly, I don't regret it. We've officially made it to April, but man oh man was March an amazing month for sneakers. I personally was able to get my hands on the SB4s in navy, the Union 1 Chicago Shadows, and at the very tail end of the month, I was blessed by the EQL raffle and hit on the Kobe 6s in the Dodger colorway. It was a good month. But one shoe did elude me, one shoe escaped my grasp, and that is the Jordan 4 Brick by Brick by Nigel Sylvester. And now, generally speaking, I'm not the type of person to worry about it. At the end of the day, I do have a decent amount of sneakers in my collection, so I generally don't sweat when I take L's. But this shoe here, I absolutely had to pick up. When a shoe is so good, so inevitable, you just get them, and that is definitely the case in point here. Because the truth is, I bring in a lot of sneakers here to the channel, but not all of them actually make my rotation. Most of the time they go on display here at my office, or they end up in my sneaker room over at my house, never really seeing the toe. But this shoe here is absolutely going to make my rotation. But just before we jump into it, I did want to encourage you to go ahead and like today's video and subscribe to my channel with notifications on. That is going to be the best way to help me reach more kind people like yourself to navigate this crazy YouTube algorithm. Also, as I do in all of my videos, I will be providing links to everything in today's video, from the sneakers to the clothing to the accessories, in the description below. Now, for the sake of full transparency, these links will be affiliate links, which essentially lets the companies know that you came from my video, resulting in a little bit of monetary kickback my way at absolutely no additional cost to you, but will help me financially keep the channel going. And if supporting creators is something you're into, go ahead and check out my clothing brand, Elder Bitch Clothing, that does have a brand new release on the way. Veil and Grace, which is another company made by Locust&WildHoney, launching very, very soon. And of course, my watch company, Aura Watch. Not gonna harp anymore because this is why we are here today, to talk about the Brick by Brick. Let's go ahead and discuss the unboxing because it is absolutely lovely. So the Brick by Brick theme of Nigel Sylvester's Jordan 4 represents his journey of perseverance, hard work, and dedication to the craft of biking. As he did grow up in Queens, New York, Nigel built his BMX career brick by brick, overcoming many challenges to become one of the most influential riders on planet Earth. The shoe's design reflects this mindset, which does begin with this unboxing, and this presentation is just crazy. I mean, look at this box. It does feature almost that brick aesthetic. You've got bike air on top, which is embossed into the box, and this box does also feature this rougher texture. It's actually insane how far they went and how intentional they were about the storytelling behind the shoe. Of course, here out front you do have the size tag, the label, and you do have another imprinted logo, but this time it is the Jumpman here on the corner. Absolutely crazy design details for the shoe, and we're not even in the box just yet because getting into it, the sneakers do come wrapped similar to bricks in this blue Velcro, come encased in some plastic wrap, and of course are enshrouded by some white tissue paper. Like I said, crazy details, crazy storytelling, and we haven't even gotten to the sneaker, which is the best part. The upper is made from super premium materials, which is actually something that we've come to see time and time again for these Jordan 4 collaborations, being comprised of a super soft quality nubuck, rubber cage, TPU eye stays, wings, and heel tab. But something completely new to me, something I've never seen done on a Jordan 4 before, is the insane detail here at the toe box. This is a material I've personally never seen done before, and to me, what I think it is a standard pair of leather that has been treated with some liquid rubber, with that liquid rubber being purposed and shaped to feature a texture resembling coarse weathered brick, and sitting atop that is an embroidered mini swoosh, which in my opinion is such a nice little detail, especially when we're wearing baggy pants, signifying that you don't have just your average pair of Jordan 4s. A very nice detail if I don't say so myself. The Brick by Bricks feature different contrasting hues and shades, even material details such as translucent and 3M red that can be found at the upper all the way through to the midsole and outsole. This allows for a very subtle contrasting pop of different colors without the shoe feeling out of whack or overly contrasting. Everything seems to be totally synchronous. Like I said, man, the shoe is truly impressive, from the very intentional storytelling, the impressive attention to details, from the materials to the colors. It's impressive. The shoe is just impressive, and that's why I happily went ahead and paid full resale price for this pair of shoes because it's special. It's very seldom that a shoe makes me feel this way, where I go as far as to check tracking every moment of every day, ultimately getting them in, not waiting to make this video and throwing them on the toe. It's a feeling I've missed, and a feeling that the shoe did provide for me, which is why among all of the sneakers to release in March, this one here is my favorite. Sneaker of the month, easily. Sneaker of the year, well, we will have to wait and see. But I did want to go ahead and show these shoes off to you with a few different outfits, different bottoms to go ahead and figure out if they are worthy of your money being a part of your rotation. So for this first outfit, I did go ahead and throw on the minimal soccer tee. This piece does feature a distressing and a fade throughout, and does have the piping that goes around the shoulders there. I think this is such a fire t-shirt. Here I'm wearing a size medium. It does fit pretty true to the body, and for that reason I went ahead and threw on the ultra baggy sweatpants, also from Minimal. What's cool about these is they come with a raw hem, which is to say it isn't stitched, so you can go ahead and cut them to your exact measurement in terms of length. I went ahead and threw on a different t-shirt with this outfit, which is this chrome hearts tee. Top up the hat from my trusty $6 beanie. If you guys don't know, go ahead and hit the link below to this Forever 21 beanie. It's right around $6, an absolute steal, and it is hyper versatile. Very rare that you can find a beanie with the proper shape, especially at this price point. This is easily my favorite purchase ever from Forever 21. Go ahead and check them out. I will have them linked below. Almost forgot to mention that anything on the Minimal website, which includes anything from my brand, LWH Clothing, is now eligible for a 20% discount using my code PAUL20 at checkout, which is perfect timing because for this G04 denim, you can now get 20% off, and this is a pair that I've been literally wearing 4 to 5 times a week. But yeah, man, this pair does feature a pretty relaxed fit through the thigh, very subtly narrowing to the knee, and then opening up to the ankle for a slight boot cut finish. And these aren't just versatile for sneakers, they're also very versatile in regard to what top you go with. Here I have on a fog hoodie with a text color matching really nicely to the brick by brick colorway. And of course I have on my favorite $6 beanie. Switching things up, I went denim on denim with the new Minimal denim chore jacket. Here I do have on a size medium. As you can see, this one does fit pretty relaxed. Think of this denim chore jacket as a perfect alternative to that of the Fear of God Essentials one that dropped earlier in 2024. Now I don't know what it is about pops of red, but I always pair red with camo. This again is the G04 denim, but this time paired with this boxy t-shirt, which is a sample from Locust&WildHoney, and does feature a vintage washed camo print. And now switching the pants out, I threw on the ultra baggy camo cargo pants from Minimal. Again, I don't know what it is, but I am really fond of camo on red, which is what I went for here. You guys are familiar with this t-shirt, so I won't elaborate any more on that. But moving on, I had to go ahead and throw on a slimmer pair of denim because I typically get flamed because I do end up covering my sneakers. But for this outfit, this one is for you guys who love the slimmer denim. This is the straight denim from Minimal, part of the new Minimal denim lineup. This pair does fit relaxed to the thigh and finishes with a taper down to the ankle. I'd equate this pair to fitting like a pair of 501s from Levi's, if you guys are familiar. They come in a myriad of washes, but as you can see here, I went with a wash stand colorway. You've already seen this sample boxy washed camo tee. And so let us move on to the next pair of bottoms, which is a newly updated color scheme of the G04 denim, which I did end up pairing with this Stussy Nike jersey. Just a very subtle outfit for the most part, really letting the sneakers stand out amongst this otherwise neutral color palette. Finally, I did want to feature them with a pair of shorts. This pair of washed olive distressed cargos I find is very complimentary to that of the red on the shoes. But yeah, man, I'm such a big fan of the sneaker. It's been a very long time since I felt this way about a sneaker release, and so for that reason I am very happy to make this a part of my rotation. But I pass the question along to you. What do you guys think about the brick by brick? I actually let my buddies know at basketball that I ended up picking them up, and I did mention they weren't exactly the biggest fans, which is absolutely valid. I mean, look at the shoe, it is very loud, but I like them. I personally am a fan. So in this very divided world, polarized world around these shoes, What do you guys think? Is it a good pickup? Was it a waste of money? Is it a big fat gimmick? You guys let me know in the comments below. Be interested in hearing what the community has to say. It's been a great month. It's been a great month for sneakers. As I mentioned, I got the SB4s, that of which got a video. Go ahead and check that out. We had the Union 1s, that of which also got a video. Go ahead and check that out. And later this year, we have the UNC Reimagined dropping, that of which also got a video. So go ahead and check that out as well, because this is where I'm going to be ending this video on the Brick by Brick Jordan 4s by Nigel Sylvester. Guys, I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support me here on the channel, as well as through my various companies. Really so humbled to get to do so. And with that being said, I will see you guys again in the next upload. Peace and be blessed.